Today's video is about when you feel like giving up, when you feel like there's no point of even fighting anymore. After fighting for so long, and there is a time in life where we ask ourselves, how much more do I have to go through? How low can I go? It's like playing limbo. How low can you go? And it just gets to the point at where you reach the end of your humanity. And God is with you. God is for you. But you're going through it, man. You're going through it. And, I'm on this channel so I can help whoever I can help. Because I can tell you that I'm going through it very, very, very difficult myself. And I'm not trying to compare myself to other people, but I feel like no one can handle the kind of life I've been through. The kind of disappointment I had to experience. And being tormented, basically. Being tormented by things just not working out for you. No matter how long you wait for, no matter how much you believe in it, how much you have faith, you do everything right, and everything seems to be the opposite. And that's hard. That's very, very difficult to experience life like that. It is a very difficult thing. And I could see why so many people give up. I could see why so many people surrender and not want to believe in God anymore. Hey, I don't blame them, okay? But at the same time, there is people who have gone through what we've been through, right? And still made it out. So if they can do it and God can do it for them, why God wouldn't do it for us? Why couldn't we do it? So it's about knowing that it's through the impossible times in life is when God makes it possible. The simple fact that it doesn't look like we're going to win is the reason that we already won. And that's kind of hard to wrap your mind around. Because you're like, logically, that sounds foolish. Like it's just so crazy how God's ways don't seem natural, don't seem logical at all. And you think to yourself, you're like, how does that work? It's like you're being fooled. Life is it's like a trick. It's like you have to trick yourself. You have to trick yourself into believing in the truth. And then it gets to the point where the truth becomes, the truth starts to feel like a lie. And you start to feel tormented. You're like, well, I'm doing everything right. I've been hanging in there. I've been repenting and reading my word and honoring God, picking up my cross and following Him. I'm doing everything right. How much more do I have to be tested for? How much more do I have to keep suffering for? How much more can I handle? Because to be honest, I've went through things that even would have destroyed the toughest people. But yet I still have to continue to keep going through this kind of stuff. You're not the only one. I'm going through it myself. I'm going through it so difficult. I didn't feel like making this video. I didn't feel like waking up today. I guess you could say that I'm fed up. I'm fed up with being disappointed. And just every time I think the right way and I do the right things and and I say the right things, I keep experiencing the opposite. And after a long period of time, you don't want to deal with that no more. And I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. It makes you feel like all hope is lost. It's hard, man. This life gets very difficult. But I guess it really, really separates the ones who are going to stay to the end and the ones who are going to give up halfway or almost there or whatever. You don't know how close you are to your blessings, to your promise. You don't know. You could be just around the corner, or you could be further away. But I heard that a lot of people, they get very, very close to their promise and then they give up. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to go through all that for nothing. Like, that's not cool. Why would you want to go through all that just to never receive the reward for all the things you've had to endure? To me, I want to make it count. I want to make it worth it. I don't want to go through all that just to go through all that for nothing. I want to go through all that to make it count, to make it worth something. I'm not going to go through all that for nothing, man. And there's no way that God is going to bring us this far just to tease us around and play games on us and say, well, figure it out. Oftentimes, man, it feels the wrong way. It looks the wrong way. And depending on your life, some people go through it way harder than other people. Not that I'm comparing everybody's lives to everybody, but that's the simple fact. Some people go through it way more than other people. Everybody goes through something. That's just part of life. Whether you believe in God or not, you're gonna go through trials, right? So, but with Jesus Christ, you're gonna go through trials way more. And if you endure till the end and not faint and not give up, you have the crown of victory. You will receive a major blessing in the end. But if you didn't believe in God, if you didn't have faith in God, then you suffered basically for nothing. And you go to hell for not believing God. And you get nothing out of it. But if you pick up your cross and you follow Jesus Christ, then you have eternity. So you get the crown of life in the end, and then after this life ends, you have eternity. So I think it's worth it. It's hard living in torment. It's hard to be disappointed. It's hard to live in failure. It's hard to live in poverty. It's hard to live below your value and what you're really worth. But just know that if you just earn it and stick to the end, it'll pay for everything. Even if you grow a bunch of gray hairs, like me, but it's all gonna work out in the end. It doesn't feel that way. It doesn't look that way oftentimes. And there's times where everything does go well for you, and then you go right back to it. And then it gets better, and then you go right back to it. And the same cycle repeats itself. Sometimes for decades. But like I said, if we just endure until the end, we will see God's glory. We will see why we had to go through that. And let's just make it worthwhile. Let's just make it count. Let's not go through all that for nothing. So, on this Friday day, on this Friday night, keep your hope in Christ. Let's go out there and show the world who we are.